Welcome. It is Friday the 13th, and that means it is time for another Great Uncle Pixel show. Yay! In this show, I'm going to do some coding stuff. Um, and it's going to be spooky. No, it's not. Maybe it will be. Boss monsters are spooky, right? So, you've kind of reached a point in the game where I want to add more, things. And more things is going to require more things. That makes sense, right? I said the thing that makes sense. Let's pretend it made sense. It's Friday. Friday. Don't need to be that serious on a Friday. It's the end of the week. Everyone's looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Before we get started, let me make sure. Let me just double check. Double check one thing. Did I turn on my text to speech? I think I did. I think I have. Oh, yep, there it is. And the answer is yes. Okay. Important. Very important. So I think I'm gonna start with the frog. Now I think in the final game he's gonna be the final boss because that amuses me rather than the only boss. Unless I wind up making the Master Eye the final boss. But Frog's going in there somewhere. Frog is going in there somewhere. The frog. Le frog. So, before I completely forget what I was going to do, the frog is my. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna animate me a frog. I'm gonna give him a second frame of animation. So when he moves around, his little legs are moving. It's not going to be any fancier than the other alien movement animation, 2 frames. But it's a start. I think the other thing I might want to do is, ooh, there's an idea. I like that idea. Yeah, I'm going to add another shot type specifically for the frog. He'll shoot lasers from his eyes. Yeah. So we need our old friend, Paint. Paint. Take a look at that because I'm pretty sure I have set up automated notifications when I go live. Edit stream info. Yeah, yeah. I have a go live notification set, so it should say something. Yeah, okay. I did not miss a step. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it's set. It's weird. By the way, good news. I've added cowbell and more cowbell. So enjoy. Meanwhile, I'm going to go look at paint. By the way, let me know if you can hear that. I'm not 100% sure I set it up correctly. I think I did. Pretty sure I did. But if you can't hear it, let me know. Should have been a cowbell. I mean, that's in the name. Oh, good. Good. I did it right then. Sometimes I just feel like. Sometimes I just feel like I got no brain. Space deflators. Space deflators. All right. We got us a frog. There's the frog. Oh, it's a lot of cowbells. I could shorten that, but I don't want to. That's why I put a. That's why I put a timer on it. There's a. Because when you ask for more cowbells, you get more cowbells. That I thought that would be the correct number of cowbells. Okay. A frog two. Now, hmm. Let's give this a try. This is gonna be a little annoying because I'm not sure what I have. That oh, I do have a remove background. Okay, good, good. So hopefully this will work. Unfortunately, if I mess up, it's okay because this is a. This is not really. Oh, good, good, good. I missed a line, but that's okay. Drag it down here. Good, good. It did not left the background still transparent. Fantastic. Fantasticamundo, as no one has ever said. Over one. Over one. Yep, there we go. I could. You right there. Perfect. And it's not gonna be fancy animation. This is a frog. It doesn't need to have a fancy animation. I may change the animation later. It should probably look like it's hopping actually instead of running from side to side, but that's okay. That's okay for now. Big frog. Big frog running. Big frog running. Whoop. I'm glad you approve of how many cowbells. I made sure I scoured the internet for the proper number of cowbells. There we go. Frog one, frog two. So we want boss, boss one, frog two. I kind of still it looks very Space Invaders-y, but that's kind of the look I was going for. So yeah, I think I know how I'm going to alter that if I want to make it look like it's hopping, but make sure the animation is looping. And we'll just see what that looks like. Let's take a quick gander. Hmm. Um, Interesting. I'll just show you what I'm seeing. And unless there's something wrong with my eyes, it's changing color between frames. Oh, that's too fast. But I guess that's right. Its animation speed does depend on its movement speed. I guess that's. I really want to slow that down. Yeah. Okay. Looked like it was changing color to me, but I'm notoriously colorblind. So that's. And it shouldn't be changing color because the second frame is literally just the first frame edited. I didn't change. I didn't set any different colors. I didn't do it from scratch or anything. It definitely looks like it's flickering to me. They're just ever so slightly different shades of green. But you know what? Even if that's the case, I'll leave it. It does. I want to slow that down by a lot. I don't want to be doing that. Let's see. So that'll be down here in boss. So we want speed scale. I don't want to reset speed scale at all. I want speed scale to remain. Uh, Speed scale being one of the predefined values for a sprite, for an animated sprite. I want that to remain exactly as it with its starting value. It should be moving at that same speed. I want to be animating at that same speed that it's animating at right there, even as it's moving around and shooting. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, there we go. I definitely like that explosion better than the previous one. That fifth frame ties it together a little better. Why? What? Two, three, four. Why does it look like it's changing color? I just wanted to make sure the other shots were still working, that I didn't mess anything up. There's an error I have to fix. Sometimes it doesn't stop. Okay, let me just see these guys. They should be shooting they should be shooting all three types of shots now. Hmm. Yeah, that may be the case. That's how much I like the looks of those. Like the looks of those homing missiles. There's another thing I gotta do. I gotta set those homing missile. I gotta set all those sprites transparent. They're not. The black area, they're just colored in black to match the background, but they're not transparent. So when they overlap, they cover each other, and they shouldn't do that. I don't want them doing that. I think I'm gonna try and add some few more shots types. I think that's how it's going to get harder with rather than the shots simply speeding up to a ridiculous rate. I'm gonna just fill the screen with so many different types of shots. Between the explosions on the ground and the homing missiles and the regular missiles, and just gonna be. I think I'm gonna probably gonna want a spread shot in there. Spread shot's gonna be interesting. That's gonna require. Yeah, if I shoot it too quickly, it does that. It reverses direction rather than stopping. That's something I'm going to have to work on, and I think I'm going to do that right now. After I look at it once more, after I go past the boss stage once more to see if what's going on there. Because when it explodes, it shouldn't have. I mean, it still has the collision box around there, but it shouldn't still be checking for collisions. However, however, it might hit both of them might hit on the same frame, and so hmm, so something. Boom. 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 Okay, I'm exploding twice for some reason, and I don't like that. Thought it was because maybe I was getting caught in an explosion when I come back. But no, there. There were no shots on the screen at all, but I still blew up a second time. Yeah, interesting. Hmm. Yeah, maybe, but it's not. It's supposed to stop checking for explosions while I'm exploding. It's supposed to stop checking for collisions while I'm exploding. Maybe I should. Maybe when the explosion starts, I should remove, disable the explosion box entirely rather than disable the check for it's simply disabling the check for the explosion. Because yeah, I don't want to be able to hit me while it's hitting me. Because I was having that problem with the enemy ships. Notice my shot goes through them while they're exploding, and my shot theoretically goes through the frog while it's exploding, but I can't shoot it again while it's exploding. I think I'm somehow getting hit twice. It seems to have something to do with the red shots, but I'm not entirely sure what. Those things have been the bane of my existence. They're not red. They're brownish. They're well, at least they're supposed to be brownish. That's the color I picked in paint. It said, okay. Well, anyway, what was the? I was going to check something and I forgot what it was. Right, right. Figure out why the frog can explode while exploding. Why I can still shoot the frog while it's exploding. And I think I may. I think I know what I'm doing here. Where is exploding? There we go. This. Immediately. Set. area dot position dot x equals negative 1,000. Now that should move the hitbox. Should leave the boss. This should leave the boss where it is, but move its hitbox 1,000 pixels to the left, way off the screen, so it shouldn't get hit twice. Uh, and this will reset its position to match the boss sprite. That's the difference between position and global position. Position is relative to the parent node, while global position is global. I'm gonna shorten that explosion a little bit. I like its explosion, but it's gonna make it 4 seconds long instead of 5 seconds long. And I want to check my spaceship. Where is the line that where is the code that checks when spaceship explodes? Because I want to do kind of want to do the same thing with it. Okay. Here. Ship blue ship area equals position equals negative 1,000. This should so. Whoop! Didn't mean to close that. Come on. I find it a little annoying that minimizing the window hides it in OBS, but I guess I understand it. So, let's see if that solves any problems, or if I just, didn't made a bunch of code for nothing. Nope, didn't solve it at all. Ooh, interesting. Oh, dot position dot x, not just dot position. Also, clearly I need to move it even further to the left, not just negative 1,000, because it's here 10,000. Let's make this position y equals 10,000. Okay. Move that all the way off the screen, even though that doesn't really seem to solve the problem. If motion x equals 0, motion y equals 0. I'll add shots back to it. Second, I don't want speed scale shouldn't. Oh wait, no, speed scale should be changed. That's fine. Okay, okay. Yeah, it should not. Checking for a hit if it's already exploding. But more than that, it should not be moving if it's already exploding. Paused equals true. Hang on a second. Let me check the global function alien movement. Okay, okay. Let's just take a look here. Where's Y mentioned? Let's see, Y dear. Okay. Okay, Y dear. Okay. Maybe that'll work. It just has to not move while it's exploding. That's all I want. That's apparently something I cannot have. Okay, clearly this is being activated because the part of the thing that annoys me about Godot is that that functions each seem to operate in their own thread. So even though I am hypothetically in the middle of this loop right here doing the explosion animation, it's still running this function over here. Because this function gets called every frame, I believe. It gets called every frame regardless of what I'm otherwise, regardless of what the thing is otherwise doing. Maybe I just need to not call that frame. Where's alien movement? Because alien movement. It's alien movement. What do I call that? If not paused, encounter equals speed, and animation. Whoops, that's caps lock, not A. Shouldn't be calling that routine at all. What do I have to put? How many different if-then statements? If-then statements are clunky. I shouldn't have that. I prefer not to use if-then statements, but it's... I have to, like... Excuse me. I have to, Pardon me, Great Uncle Pixel meant to didn't mean to assault everyone's eardrums with evidence of his lunch. But yeah, it should not be calling alien movement if it's paused. Okay. Anyway, let me take another look at it. Let's just take another quick look here and oh, hold on a second. Ben, deny. Okay, anyway. Sorry, I saw someone sneak in. Okay, that did it that time, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's also about the explosion length I want. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now that's discouraging. Let's see, did it crash? I don't think it crashed. Looks like it's still moving. Still see things down here in the bottom updating. Uh, there we go. Invalid assignment of right position dot x, not position. Okay. And yeah, let me look at. Let me get rid of that print debug here. I don't need it anymore. So make sure I comment out all my print debugs because I don't need any of these anymore. But I'm gonna, leave them there just in case it turns out I do need them. Anyway, that was fun. So I'm going to once again reload the game and start playing and just see. Oh, actually, hang on. Before I start playing the game, I'm going to shut off the boss fight because it's the regular enemies I want to watch murder me now. So there we go. False, 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 false. Oops, that's wrong. Window capture. What's on my Windows capture? We got space deflators. Oh goodness. No, there's nothing wrong. I'm just nothing wrong with the game. I'm not sighing at the game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game other than all the things wrong with the game, but you know what I mean. I'm just really glad it's Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing another stream tomorrow, but that's gonna be all video game and don't really have to think much. Some days thinking it's tiring. And I'm looking forward to a nice stream of getting killed by giant monsters. Anyway, I've taken another sip of caffeine, which should keep me going for another 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna make sure I'm man. I've only now I'm just gonna play the game a little bit. Just gonna see what the explosions are like. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bring in all because the important one is the AOE bomb. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what's causing the trouble because that thing's been nothing but trouble. I think I'm gonna have to use some online. I'm gonna have to use some online tool to redo some of these graphics because I just don't have the tools here. Download some. I mean, legally acquire Photoshop, maybe. Legitimately acquire Photoshop, or probably not. There's alternates, legally acquired or not. I mean, all legally acquired. Uncle, Great Uncle Pixel does not condone software piracy. Please ignore the laughing you hear in the background. It is completely untrue that I have been pirating games since the days of the Commodore 64. Clearly, not something I do. I'm a fine, upstanding citizen. Yeah, I see the way the box is appearing there in the lower left. My hitbox should be moving way off the screen. I, I don't know why I tied it to my horizontal position. I should have tied it to my vertical position. If I move it, if the hitbox is below me off the screen, then it won't appear. It might still be able to hit me though, if it's directly below me. Because those shots, the enemy shots, do go past the edge of the screen, except for the exploding ones. They do exist down there for another second or so after they vanish. I think they disappear right after vanishing off the bottom of the screen, but even so. Oh, I think it looks okay. Also, right, there's that other problem. Figure out why the last invader is not shooting. Or the last deflator? Look at that. That guy's just bouncing around, happy as a clam. And like happy clams, they don't shoot lasers. Little known fact about clams. Might spit a pearl at your head. No, wait, that's an oyster. That's different. But no, neither clams nor oysters shoot lasers, happy or otherwise. And neither is that enemy right there. I suspect this is just an off by one error somewhere. The oboe has been a source of great frustration for many Many a programmer. Heck, I even apply it to dates. I can never. My dates are often off by one, especially when it comes to birthdays. But that's irrelevant. So I'm pretty sure I have an off by one error where it is. Look at this. The fourth one over here on the right is not shooting. If I kill that one, the third one stops shooting. So I'm willing to bet I have it not. Except it seems to shoot when it changes direction. Sometimes, yes. Which is even weirder than if it didn't shoot at all. But yeah, all the missiles are coming from this one on the right, and the one on the left is doing nothing. Now, if I shoot this one, now this one has stopped. It is no longer shooting. So yes, I think I'm dealing with an off by one error here, where I have like where it's having alien 0 1 2 3 shoot when I should be doing 1 2 3 4, or I'm doing 2 3 4 5 when I should be doing 1 2 3 4. One of those. And so I'm gonna stop. But I'm right. I'm still trying to see if it's hard to prove a negative, but so far it looks like I am not exploding randomly for no apparent reason anymore. I just need to move that hitbox even further off the screen. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I'm just going to move that hitbox further off the screen. I have been showing this the whole time. I haven't been babbling into empty air, have I? No, I haven't. I'm glad you're enjoying the cowbell. I am not getting audio notifications for the cowbell sounds, or I should be able. I should be hearing my own cowbell. I have a. I have an audio thing here for the cowbell. That should be, well, whatever. Cowbell. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't hear my own cowbell. Let me stop all these explosions. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to go back over to here. Ship. Let's see. Where was it? Where is Am I Dead? It's here. Is it here? Yes. Make it Y, because I don't float it up off the top of the screen. It won't depend on my vertical position. Okay. And right, I was going to check. Let's collapse the output window. Hmm. Let me Ah, sorry, I went into a fugue state there for staring, staring at my own program. For a moment there, I forgot I was on the air. Isn't it, aren't Fridays great? Anyway, I was looking at. I want to go to. I think it's space. I'm pretty sure this is where I moved the shooting. Yes, this is where the shooting routine is. So let's take a look. This is the problem. I bet this is the problem. Hmm. Okay. I bet it's no longer Al plus 8. Because we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So should this be Al I plus 10? Is that the problem here? Well, let's see. And let me also, hang on, I'm going to, I don't like simply, I don't like changing code that's working. So, let's see this, because this way, doing it this way means that if the child is null, it will not actually release a shot. Doing it this way means if the child is null, it'll uh, it'll still release the shot. It'll just keep picking an alien. It'll keep choosing alien slots until it finds one that's not blank. And now I'm not entirely sure I did that right, but that's what that's what playtesting's for. No, no, because it's indented here because of the if statement. But because of this while statement, this should always be valid this time, so I don't have to check it individually. So I don't want this to be part of this while loop. It's gonna run the while loop until it gets a legitimate value, and then put it into new shot. Yeah, I noticed that. Still only three shooters, and now it's the other three instead of the last one not shooting. Well, did let's split the difference here. 9? Are we looking at 9? I thought it was 10, but yeah, it was 9. It should have been 9. There we go. It was off. It was off by one. And when I fixed it by two, it was off by one in the other direction. So there we go. Yeah, off by one error. The change from an if to a while loop was more incidental than. I just want to make sure everything's. Yeah, they're shooting more often now. That's also what I wanted. Oh, oh, what happened? Yes, I do. I think that's my next thing to put in. Oh, and what happened here? It froze. Hold on, hold on. I yes, I do. Why don't I have that? Well, that's next, I guess. I'll hit blurp and add those. But don't cheer yet, because the game froze when I shot the last enemy. Something has gone wrong. I think I know what. I think I know what went wrong. What went wrong? I think it was trying to create a new shot with no aliens left. It got stuck in the while loop because there were no viable slots. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's what happened there. It got stuck in the while loop. I'm gonna put it back to the if statement. Oh. Uh, oh, this is the wrong no, this is the right. Yeah, this is yeah. They were all null, so this while loop never resolves. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back until I figure out what I want to do with this. I like it. I like it better, but it has its own problems. Problems that will take even more hitting with a monkey wrench to fix. Oh, oh, you said cheering and jeering. Okay, that makes sense. The text to speech pronounced them exactly the same. I could do an entire show one of these days where we just do the text to speech and make fun of it. I just crank up the volume, have people say things in chat, and speed up speed up these shots. Yeah, I do hear a little difference, but I still like the idea of making fun of the text to speech for 3 hours. Maybe while I play a game on the computer. Crank up the volume. Okay, let me make sure all four are shooting. Come on, guy on the left. You can do it. Oh, right, because I didn't actually fix the number when I in the this is nine. This is nine. This is 9. Save. Okay. There we go. They're all good. They're all shooting now. And I didn't get stuck in an infinite while loop. Yeah, okay, that wasn't a hard error to fix. I just messed something else up while I was fixing it. So I get far enough that I think I am going to make some of the other aliens, even if they're not great, because why not? Doop, 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 doop. Need some sound effects for just them walking. I know the sound effects I want, and I probably shouldn't use those. I mean, I shouldn't steal sound effects from other video games so I can just either make them myself or at least get them from from free sites. Problem is sometimes the sound I have in my head from an old Atari 2600 game is exactly the sound I want. Oh dang, that was one of the other sounds I wanted to add today, not just the cowbells, but I can add that later. Have you played Atari today? Well, have you, punk? That reference is almost as old as the Atari jingle. That's I forgot why I was shooting these guys. I wanted to do something. Well, we get hit a few times and just make sure one more time. All right, I remember what I was doing. I was being glad that when I shot the last enemy, it didn't. Yeah, I see the hitbox floating above me there. Gotta move that up. I know how to move that up. Am I dead? Am I dead? 5 minus 10. Global position y equals negative 1,000. Okay. That should have fixed it there. Shouldn't be appearing at the top of the screen anymore. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to do. Bring one alien left. It's shooting. That's good. It's still shooting. Yeah, the homing missiles don't really home in on you too much, but there's so many shots on the screen at once. I didn't want it to be completely undodgeable. Might have it move a little faster horizontally, but just a little. Speed do I even have it moving at? Oh, oh. Okay. Sometimes Great Uncle Pixel gets a random phone call while he's on the air, and then they hang up. And okay. Weird. It's all weird. I totally lost track of what I was about to do. I was about to do something. It was gonna be fun and exciting, I'm sure. Uh, it was gonna be fun and exciting and full of bees. I mean, beans or bees. I was going to add more aliens. Maybe I was going to add fewer aliens. It was just going to ramble about old video games for an hour. That's a possibility. I was going to do something. What the heck? Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember what I was going to do. I was going to do something. So I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to do whatever I thought was thinking of doing. So instead, how big is this? 256 by 256? Yes. Yeah. Open. Did I even put on the correct background here? I did not. Oops, hang on. My sources tab has popped out. It's gonna be one of them days, and one of them days, and days, and days, and days, and days. Anyway, frog laser .png. Now I'm starting with the frog because I want to make sure it's lined up with the eyeballs correctly. Them glowy frog eyes. Now, can I pick nothing? Uh, let's see what happens there. Dump. Okay. I think I can do it this way. If not, we'll see. And then we hit remove background. Why is it when I hit remove background, hmm. The white should be the background. That's why I colored it white. Oh, right. Let me dump. Let me just. Okay. We dump all this there. And then we pull this. We pull this here. And okay, this should work. This should work. I should be able to. Okay, I see what I'm doing. Um, once again, 1 pixel. Okay. Let's zoom in. Zoom in further. I know what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Reminds me of both McPaint and McDraw. The difference is that McPaint created images, strictly bitmapped images, while McDraw created 2D objects that could be manipulated as such. Damn, having flashbacks to high school. Just having flashbacks to playing with a Mac in high school. There we go. Now we should have two nice, even rectangles. And then we can remove the background. It should leave the two nice, even rectangles. And, okay, okay. Let's try this again. You know, you know. I'm just gonna go to a random website and have it do it for me. Uh, Desktop rabbit. Right, rabbit. Okay. Find the flag space. There we go. Space deflators, art, frog laser. Background. No, I want you to remove the background. My goodness. What is happening here? Okay. Nope, 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 nope. This one. Removing the background from a two-color image should not take this many steps. I don't understand why Paint thinks that half of the red bars are part of the white background. But it does. Okay, I think that did it. 256 by 256 download. Okay. Okay, let's just take a look at this. Hmm. Okay. Open. Downloads. Untitled design. Yeah, save. Untitled design. Oh, no. Why did it change the color of the lasers? Why did trying to remove the background leave the background and instead change the color of the... It's okay. It's fine. It's all good. I'm not going to scream. I am not going to scream. It's fine. Why do you ask? I'm fine. Let me try to remove color. I am just fascinated, fascinated by what Paint thinks is the background compared to the foreground. Don't say. Okay, let's look at this again. Ooh, no. Ooh. Zoom in without ruining everything. I'm gonna hit remove background again, see what this looks like. Yeah, yeah, I see. I see how it is. I see what you're doing there. I did that wrong, but okay, that's fine. You're the background. You're the foreground. Remove the background. I may need to boot up the old Macintosh for this. Not right now. Okay, you know what? For now, here we go. Background. I'm gonna try one more thing. Background is now black. Now remove it. And it left it white. I don't want you to leave it white. I want you to make it transparent. Image properties. Okay. It's fine. Okay, this is gonna look terrible until I get it sorted, but the game's still been running in the background. Game's still been running in the background. Here you can share, share. Um, yeah, that's just been happening in the background this whole time. Boy, is it ever Monday? Wait, it's Friday. I mean, yay, it's Friday. Get those, get that jeering sound effect ready, the one I haven't made yet. What was I going to do? Right. Lasers. More lasers. More lasers. P-Shot. We're going over to P-Shot. And we want P-Shot. We want Frog Eyes. We want Frog Laser as the sole sprite in Frog Eyes. For now, I think I have some ideas on how to animate that. But since it's going to look terrible right now, no matter what I do, because of the lack of a proper transparent background, I'm just gonna leave the one sprite and work one frame and work it out later. Okay, I'm picturing what this is gonna look like. I'm picturing what this is gonna look like. It's gonna look great. Trust me. Where is speed? There's shot speed. It's the one I want. Have the homing missiles move a little further. Anyway, where is shot speed? Whoop. Ah, it sends shot speed in. Good, good. That's better than I expected. The boss will send shot speed in. Shot. Shot type equals 4. New shot. Shot. Finally, true. So we got a boss. Yeah, it's not going to look right. Expect it to look right. Oh, there it goes. I don't know why it took so long to load that up. I was getting worried. I thought I'd put in another, but okay. Should get. Hold on. Get child 0. Right, there we go. Shot get child 0. Copy. Hmm. Now, as you can see, the frog ain't shooting nothing. That's the technical term. Okay, well, Chatelet. Print. My old friend, Print Debug. Hello, Debug, my old friend. I've come to print with you again. I was planted in my brain, still remains. In restless dreams, I walk alone. Frog ain't shooting, folks. Now, this may be obvious to all my dear guplings, but the frog ain't shooting. So let's. Oh, I did set it invisible. Okay, so frog ain't shooting. As the old saying goes. Yo, boss, the frog ain't shooting nothing. You know, like in all those old mob movies. And it's not even hitting this. More than that, it's not even hitting this. See, is this not working right? Do I have it paused accident? It shouldn't be paused. It is paused. No, it's not paused. Okay. Okay, it was paused at first, obviously, but it's not paused now. Okay, so I'm going to hit stop and see, because I saw when it hits 200, which appears to be the secret number. Yeah. Every time it hits 200, okay. It is hitting the frog shooting line. Good. So I don't want that. I don't want print debug paused anymore. And it is shooting, but it doesn't appear to be shooting. Okay, it's preloading. Let me make sure I remember what I did here and how instantiating stuff works. Yeah, so it instantiates a new copy of Shot World, which is the enemy shot routine. Uh, sets that as sets that as the child of the boss. should, and these just change the speed variables. This will change the animation variable, this will change the speed variable, but it should still use the regular default. Other than that, it should use the regular default shot logic. I'm not replacing it with another shot. I don't want this. Show me the frog shooting. Okay, let's yeah, I'm deliberately not showing the game screen because I think now I will attempt to show the game screen because it's relative, it's relevant. So but anyway, but I do want to keep an eye on the output section slash output slash debugger section. So we hit, here we go. Come on, R. Okay. Whoop. I solved that. Hmm. I think part of the problem is that okay, this may not be part of the problem. Or maybe. Um, P is this P shot? Yes, this is P shot. Wait, is this P shot? Let me take a look here. It was not P shot. Okay, this is what I want. Shot type equals 3. Okay. I think I want it bigger. Make the Make the ship shot big. Make the ship shot bigger. Okay. Now, as you can see in the output window, in the lower left, as you can see in the game window, hang on, I'm going to restart this so you can get a better look at it there. Shots don't, once again, the shots don't seem to be disappearing properly. But yeah, you shouldn't shoot anything while he's paused like that. It is shooting. There, it just shot. But the shots are not coming out of the frog itself. It's coming from somewhere below the frog? No, by definition. Okay, maybe. Okay, let me take. I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. I am doing something wrong. I do not know what I'm doing wrong, but wrong is what it is doing. So I'm initializing the location of the thing here. So this is where it's creating the shot here. Right now, hold on. Okay, it's this. This. I did not call initialize position properly. So someone upstairs is doing some hammering. If you can hear that, pretend you don't. Let's see here. Where is initialize position? There it is. So yeah, I didn't call this correctly. I shouldn't need all that garbage. Okay, okay, okay. Boss. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the thing in the boss that makes a shooty doot? A duty shoot. New shot. Dot. Shot. Initialize position. Forgot about the initialize position function. That should maybe do it. I guess we'll see in a second, won't we? Um, why? Why are you showing me a gray screen? The game is running. Why are you still showing me a gray screen? There we go. Okay. Don't do that to me. Do shot get child 0 has the initialize position function, not shot. Woo boy! Wee! Whoopee! We're doing lots of mistakes, but mistakes are how you learn. Here we go. Okay, almost. I mean, did shoot something. Okay. One of the things I want to change is it's shooting every 200 frames, and let me turn that down to this. Right. Okay. Right. So changing this will just won't change the alien speed. Right. I made it really slow so it wouldn't fire that often. But I want it to fire often. At least I want it to fire more often than that. Okay. Let's hide this. Restart this. Unhide this. And here we go. Let's try again. You know, it's a little annoying. It's a little annoying, I have to admit, when I'm having problems with something that elsewhere in the program is a solved problem. Should not be operating any differently from the existing firing routine because it's using the existing firing routine. It's not the only thing. It is being called from a different place, but it's still using the existing firing routine. It's using the existing firing routine's functions and variables, and it's not using all of the variables. It's not. I don't think it's destroying the shot correctly. I don't think it's destroying the shot correctly. Okay, okay. I don't. I mean, it's not generating the shot correctly, but that's a different issue. I think I know why. I think I know why. I'm gonna take a look at the yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, something crashed. Why did something crash? Line 118. It crashed when it tried to free the the memory for the shot. Okay, what is happening here? This should not be doing this. Just gonna let it shoot. Yeah, crashes there. Line 18. Crashes at line 118 when it tries to free the memory. So what? So what is it doing with the frog that it's not doing with the regular shots, or vice versa? Okay. Should have printed something out right before. Okay, yeah, it should be destroying Shot World, not the original Shot World. Is it destroying the original Shot World? It shouldn't be, because that's over here in its own little thing. It's not a let me make sure it's destroying the correct version of Shot World. Should be boss. Whoa, object null. Get parent, get parent. Okay. Oh, no wonder it's already removed the child, but oh. Let me try this again. I want to see what it's erasing. Okay. Okay, boss, Shot World. Okay. So it is destroying the instanced version of Shot World, or freeing up that memory, that memory slot here. So why? So the get parent in question is Shot World, the the instanced version of Shot World. Also, this is a problem. Some different variable names. I could probably fix that by just changing the thing in boss. Um, oh, not else, not L if. Okay, that's the problem there. So that solves a different problem. Uh, oh, right. Should only be two get parents. These are in different locations, so it's gonna have to be a yeah. Just check node 2D boss. Yeah, okay. That's a different issue than the broken queue. Yeah, what is it trying to free here? Because get parent no longer looks like a word to me. Something here. Parent node is this. Elf is this. They should be the same. What if they're not? Run again. Crash in the same spot. Okay, yeah, those are the same. don't think that'll fix it, but I want to see what it does. No, I didn't think so. Whew, okay. Yeah, like I said, this is a solved problem. This should not. This should not be an issue. Unless I messed it up for the regular enemies too. That's why I set that to false. So we'll see if they. Just gonna look at them real quick. Interesting. Interesting. That is a problem now. And I'm not sure why. Not sure. Ooh, man, I should have made it back up before I started doing all this. Worst case scenario, I'll do a copy and paste from an older version. Okay, but whatever I did is not a problem specific to the boss shot. It's I messed it up good is what I did here. Somehow. Get that jeering sound effect ready. The one I haven't made yet. Just make your own and bring it in and listen to it. Listen to it while you listen to my soothing voice, grunting in confusion. Uh, uh, uh. I barely changed anything here. Gonna run it with it. Just gonna remove that change and see what happens. Is it still? Yeah, it still crashes there. It crashes with no error message. There should be it. Well, let's see here. There's an error message here. What is the error? Man, what's it with all these errors? But let's see. Let's go back. Let's go all the way down to the last process in the P-Shot GD 45. Process is out of bounds. But these are all out of bounds. How weird. There's a lot of errors. Stack trace. Evaluate their profile. Checks. I'm honestly not sure what I changed here that would have messed it up that badly. I I changed this. not. It's not destroying the original shot world. It's destroying one of its copies. I am certain of that. That's what all those print debug statements were for. So I'm certain that it's trying to destroy or free up the memory from the correct node. Uh, I'm gonna eat me a piece of roasted corn while I mentally chew on this. Chew, 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 chew. You know, what baffles me is, like, as I said, I didn't change anything here. I mean, I did, but I don't think what I changed should have any effect. And unfortunately, I don't remember what I changed exactly. Except this. I remember changing this, but this shouldn't affect anything. This is just a changing a variable a couple levels up, which happens before all the removals and freeing of memory. And it crashes while trying to free the memory. It crashes with no error message. Three errors. Damn, I wonder if damn, I wonder if Find the Frog has this many errors. 1,983 errors? Runtime errors, so they keep building up while I keep running. I'm gonna, oops, no, that's right. I'm gonna try something that's probably not gonna work. But sometimes it does. Okay. Restarted Godot. I probably won't do a darn thing, but it'll make me feel better. Yeah, okay, it still crashes there. Now, what? I'm in pshot.gd, which is over here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do secret things. They're not secret things. So go over to my folders check my most recent copy of pshot.gd. Open with. Should be able to open this with Notepad. Yeah, there it is. Shot.gd. We'll just, where's Notepad? So there we go. There's pshot.gd pulled from an older version, one of my backups. I'm gonna take now. I can compare. Uh, oh, am I looking in the right? What is that? Hang on a second. Let me see if I have an even newer copy of Space Deflators. Really, I haven't made a copy in nearly 2 weeks. Ugh. 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 Jeez. I thought I made a backup more recently than that. Hmm. Well, only one thing to do. But let me just take a look here. It's still the same basic thing. I just hadn't split it out into its own function yet. It's still exactly the same code. Yeah, I am this comparing this set of things up here with function destroy shot. As far as I can tell, other than the change I just made here and an additional thing here, it's exactly the same. Nothing effectively has changed. Now that's a bad thing right there. That's gonna cause memory leaks up the wazoo, but uh, the game is running now. Go to the space true. Just keeping an eye on the. I made this. True Z. Okay, I mean that's not working right. But I am pretty sure I'm causing memory leaks out up the wazoo because it's removing the parents of it's removing the shots from their parents, but it's not freeing the memory thanks to the weird crash at the dot free function. Interesting. The further to the right the frog is, the further away to the right the shot appears from it. And the same, and further down it is, the further down the shot appears relative to it. Hmm. I'm tempted to go take a nap, honestly. Uh, I'm gonna get this frog shooting routine done. Am I even showing the right window here? I am not. Yeah, see that's what I'm talking about. You can the further to the right the frog is, the further away the shots appear to the shots spawn to its right, and the further down the frog is, the further down the shots spawn relative to the frog's position. When in fact they should be spawning from the frog's position. So I think I may have made a mistake as far. Let me check the boss. Let me close this. Let me stop this. And let me check the boss script because I'm pretty sure I sent the wrong value in. Frog shooting. No. Mm, no. Global position X, global position Y. Hmm. Let me check the P-Shot script for the thing that creates the shot. Initialize position. I do need old X, as it turns out. Hmm. Anyway, let me look at initialize. Hmm. Hmm. I'm sending in the boss sprites X, global position X, and global position Y. Oh, let me compare these two directly. What I'm sending in is global position X, global position Y from boss. And so, hmm, it's global position, not position, so it shouldn't be relative to anything. It should be global. Oh, I'm having a time today. Oh, yes. Well, it is Friday the 13th, so clearly. Except Friday the 13th is usually one of my lucky days. That's the whole point. Mm. Okay. Okay. Well, two things. Two very interesting things. It's firing. The X position is right now, but the Y position is still scaling with the. Okay. But the Y position, it should be starting from literally the same spot as the frog. The shot should be coming out of its eyes, not out of its butt. Frog butt. Also, okay, yeah, that's good. I wonder if it's because I set the scale after I set the position. That may be the problem. Hmm. This, I mean, this is going to be wrong in the sense that the shot's going to be too small and won't line up with the eyes. But let's see if that's no, that's not what's doing it. It's still wrong. So still okay. Okay, that's good at least. That's in the sense that it's not a different problem. Okay. Just want to see. I want to see if that fixes anything. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious here. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something very, very obvious. I mean, obviously, it does not have a very interesting attack pattern, just shooting lasers at regular intervals, but I wanted to shoot from the right part of the M&E. Hmm. A secondary and possibly much more major problem here. The shots are not blowing me up, you'll notice. They should be blowing me up. I did not shut off the blow. Don't. I didn't put in a "don't blow me up" clause. So let me go back to. Yeah, no, that is literally the same shots as the others. It just has a different sprite. Literally the same shots as the one the regular aliens shoot at me. So it should be blowing me to kingdom come with every hit. Hit pause for a second. Yeah, look here. Look here. The first set of digits is where the boss is, and the second set of digits is where the shot spawns. This is exactly 1.5 times this. And same up here, the 57, 1000, 1500, 800, 1200, 600, 900. Yeah, the shot is spawning exactly at 1.5 times uh, the x and y coordinates of the parent of the boss location. Would it help if I just kind of brute force it in there? And mess up these shots blowing me up? Nope, nope, still blowing me up. Okay, good. I didn't mess that up at least while I was. I think I know what's wrong with the boss shot. I think it's comparing something wrong. Yep, still. Here, and we hit pause. We look at the output. Interesting. Yeah, still 1.5. Still 1.5, despite the fact. Okay, still 1.5, despite the fact. It's not adding it as a child in the right order. That should fix it. I don't need this. Should. Keyword is should. Because keyword is should. Let's add it as a child first before I can start manipulating it compared to its parent. There we go. It's a little too fast. It's a little too, yeah, it looks like it's lagging behind because he's moving so fast. But I think they're dropping out of his eyes the way I intended. Okay, that was the problem. It was not adding it as the child in the right order. Always something simple. Always something simple. And now I have to figure out why I'm not blowing up. But first I'm going to blow him up. Just, oh. Oh. Oops. I'm glad I blew it up so I could see that error. Jeez. Okay. 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 Cannot call method create timer on a null value. Qua? I thought I fixed that error. Huh. It might be a problem related to me not destroying the shot properly. Except, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, and once again, crashed at get parent queue free. Or get parent free. Which also, apparently, whatever I did to this also ruined the explosive shots. No. I'm not annoyed. I'm just baffled. I am confused. Oh, let me do the other thing that I can do more easily before shootings less than max shots, not paused. Delta. Because it's when the explosion happens, it should be paused, and when it's paused, it shouldn't be shooting. So the fact that it was shooting while paused means it wasn't being set paused properly. Because yeah, the shot should only have a chance to fire if paused, or if not paused. So that should be fixed, at least. Yeah, okay. It's not still firing while exploding. Good. And now, the last thing I want to do before I sign off is figure out why the heck the frog shots are not blowing me up like they're supposed to be. I think I know why. I think I know why. I think I implemented something badly over there in the shot, in the Am I Dead routine. Oops, that's not right. Script. Space. Find dead. Okay. This is the problem. This is the problem. Because the air the okay, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. Fixing it's gonna be a bit of a pain in the tuchus. Because the alien shot, when regular aliens uh, instance a shot, it's generated as a subnode of shot world. But when a boss instances a shot, it's generated as a subnode of boss. So, okay, okay, okay. I'm just looking at this in my head, and I don't think it's going to be that difficult. Paste. I don't know why it's for I equals 1 and 4, though. I guess because there can be 4 shots? Except there can be more shots than that. Okay. If boss else mess something up? Okay. First thing to check, did I mess up the regular enemies killing me? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. And I don't want to do it today. So I'm going to add this to my Space Deflators things to work on document. So I'm just going to make some notes for next time. Make some notes for next time. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we can take the add cowbells off of here because 9 cowbells have been added. So that's anyway, bugs 1 1 figure out why the free command suddenly crashes the game. 2, and this is the big one. Move the am I dead function from space into pshot. So yeah, I need to remove it, re-implement it, and have the test to see if it hits me be part of the shot itself rather being part of the ship. I think that's as annoying as that is. I think that will solve a lot of problems in a lot of places. With any luck, it'll even hopefully fix this. But okay, so not much progress today. Kind of backwards progress. Kind of introduced some new bugs that I don't even know how I did it. Uh, and I think I'm calling it. I think I am calling it. Calling it today. I'm calling it here. I'm calling it there. I call that those bugs everywhere. Thank you for watching the stream. Also, why did I not hear you say that? Did I turn the volume down? Did I close a window? What is going on here? Well, it's okay. It's all fine. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for interacting with me. And I'll be doing more Code Vein tomorrow afternoon. approximately 2 o'clock, give or take. Give or take me when I feel like it. But yeah, probably 2 o'clock. Two p.m. CET and CET, and see you there. Good night.